Here's what you'll learn this week on Net Talk Live, the Internet talk show. You'll learn how to set your email program to respond to messages while you're away. And you'll also learn how to make instant messaging software work with others so you can keep in touch with friends that use a different online service than yours. And get ready for more weird and wacky websites with our visit to the Main Street Internet Cafe. And see a strange website where you can place bets on your children's future. We'll take you to a great website for women who travel alone. It's packed with helpful tips like how to stay online when you're on the road. Are you thinking about relocating to another city? We'll show you a site with all the resources you need for a smooth move and a good start in your new home. And you'll see another of the Internet's funniest downloads. So surf the web and follow along with Net Talk Live. Get ready. It's time to get started.
From our studios in Dallas, Texas, it's the most watched TV program of its kind in the world. Broadcast to over 100 countries. It's Net Talk Live in triplecast. Watch on TV. Listen on coast-to-coast radio. Watch or listen on your computer via the Internet. With Internet field reporter Georgia Foy, Gadget guy Dave Mathews, web head Luis Vallecillo, and your host, Laura Lewis. Net Talk Live is made possible by digitalconvergence.com, engineering your digital future. Shebang.com, don't just shop, shebang. Exodus Communications, the Internet Data Center Company. So let's get started with the fun and excitement.
Hi, I'm Laura Lewis, and welcome to Net Talk Live. We're the first interactive triplecast show on the internet, radio, and television, reaching millions of internet users every week as the most watched TV show of its kind. And we want you to get involved with our show, so we invite you to follow along with the graphics you'll see on your screen. Turn on your PC and surf along with us. We'll show you some useful sites and fun places to go online as well. And you can virtually program our show. Just go to nettalklive.com to take part in our web polls, enter contests, and send us email with your questions and favorite websites. And I'm here with the Internet experts, web head Luis Vallecillo. Hey, Luis, are you ready?
I am ready. Question is, are you ready, Laura?
I'm always ready to do
I'm always ready too, but I always say yes anyway.
Okay, Luis, thank you. All right, we also have Gadget guy Dave Mathews. Hi, Dave, are you ready?
Laura, I'm ready. I just had a big peanut butter and banana sandwich, and I just tasted down with some Jack, and I'm ready.
Are you trying to do Elvis?
Sitting at home watching Net Talk Live. Getting together and something tonight.
Dave.
Thank you.
Dave. Okay, thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
That was very nice. Okay, let's get started then. Here's our first email question. This is from Mary Kay Lester of Daytona, Florida. Don't do that anymore, Dave. Anyway, Mary Kay asks, I'll be going on vacation soon, and I won't be checking my email. Anyway, my email can let people know I'll be out of pocket. Now, this is a really good question. When you're going to be away for a while, it's easy to change the message on your answering machine, but what about email? Let's go ahead and go to the man with a plan for the answer, Gadget guy, I think, Dave Mathews.
I had the squeaky board here, Laura, that was just rolling in. And I'm going to teach you about vacating the Internet.
Vacating.
No, that's right.
Very good.
If you have a pop mail server, which what most ISPs give to, you need to set up what's called a PC autoresponder. And this means you must leave your computer on while you're away, and it must be connected to the Internet. So this really doesn't make sense unless you have a DSL or a cable modem connection. Trying to stay dialed in just will not work. However, your ISP server may be able to set up an autoresponder on their end. It's called a vacation file. And if your server ISP will let you do this, then you can send a response back, hey, I'm going to be offline for a few days. You can catch me back when I get back in town. It's not that I'm ignoring you, I'm just away. But if you have webmail, which is Hotmail or USANet, then a lot of those services will let you put a vacation message right on the web. Now, this is just like what happens with the ISP servers, but you can set this up manually. You log on to your webmail account, look in your preferences, and then select a vacation button, and then write the script. So you can say, hey, I'll be out until the 15th. if any of you want to break into my house, you can do it while I'm away and come get all my stuff. So, for that reason, I don't like the vacation messages. But if you're going to leave for an extended time and don't have any good stuff, then you might not mind doing this.
Very good. Thank you so much, Dave. Okay, here's my first hot site. This is journeywoman.com. This is a how-to guide for women on the move. Go here to sign up for a free email newsletter written especially for women who love to travel. Here you'll find the latest and best information on the best gal-friendly travel websites, reviews of moderate female-friendly hotels. It also has entertainment and restaurant guides for women dining solo and travel diet tips for waist watchers. You also get the best info on affordable tours, safety tips, free travel gifts, and of course, I saved the best for last, more shopping, my favorite thing. Journeywoman.com is also an online magazine with informative articles like 40 travel uses for a bandana, Girl Talk on going it alone, and top 100 female travel tips from around the world, and travel guides for Spain, Australia, India, Greece, and lots more great places. And here's my favorite thing about Journeywoman. It has another free service called Her Mail. Here's how it works. Suppose a woman living in New York is planning a trip to Japan and needs insider's information. She simply keys in the name of the city she will be visiting, and Journeywoman's Her Mail service will instantly provide up to 2 female contacts at that destination, women who have previously registered with hermail.net. So the connection is made, and women can learn and share by exchanging email. This is so cool. This is journeywoman.com, and it's such a good resource. I added it to the hot list site at nettalklive.com.
You know, Laura, that's a great site, but I'm going to have to warn our viewers. If you're a guy, don't go to this site. Don't let your woman go to this site. You know why? I dig into this site, and I find Love and Marriage Hong Kong style. And they have a prayer for a husband. So you may not want her to see that prayer.
Oh, it sounds like a good idea. Good idea.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's take another question, guys. We have a caller. It's Rhonda in Salt Lake City, Utah. Hi, Rhonda. How can we help you?
Which instant messaging service is the best one to use? I have friends on AOL and MSN, but I can't seem to make them work together.
Okay, thanks, Rhonda. It is a good question because so many people use these online services, and it's like a closed area that only lets you interact with people on the same service you have. So, Luis, is there any way to make this work?
Well, here's the beauty. I like Instant Messenger by AOL, and I tell you why. America Online started this whole instant messaging because if you were an America Online subscriber, you can chat with any other online subscriber that was online at the time. There's a lot of onlines there. And you can send message back and forth instantaneously. Well, what happens? The internet started booming, and they started losing the people to the internet. So they created a program that if you were not on AOL anymore, you can still run the program and chat with people with AOL.
Very good.
Now, Instant Messenger has 43 million users. Now, AOL bought ICQ, which is another instant messenger that doesn't talk to each other. They have 40 million. Now, Microsoft, of course, they have to create their own, and they have 1.3 million people. The problem is not all of these talk together, but they're all working into making a new standard, like we need another standard on the internet.
Right.
So hopefully soon we'll be all talking together. So Instant Messenger will be talking to ICQ and to the MSN Instant Messenger software. So hopefully we can all talk together. So if you want to find out about the Instant Messenger, go to AOL.com and you can download the software for yourself.
Great stuff, and useful too, definitely these days. Thanks, Luis, and now let's go to Georgia. She's hanging out at the Main Street Internet Cafe and has this week's funny website.
I'm hanging out at the Main Street Internet Cafe where we're like surfing the web and finding some really cool sites, and I just came across one that I love. It's called superstarprize.com, and what you do with this site is you bet on your kid's future. If your child is putting you in the poorhouse like my 3-year-old is, you gotta check out this site. This site guarantees you $100,000 if you can predict your child's future. Like, say you think your child's gonna be the next Tiger Woods. Well, if you predict that your son or daughter is gonna be a pro golfer and they become one, you win $100,000. Still is, you gotta wait like 20 years for that to happen, and you gotta pay $15. So I don't know if you'll even remember to go back to this site. I don't know if I will, but I'm thinking TJ is going to be a future president. So I'm going to go ahead and pay my $15 and, you know, put him down as future president because I'm thinking I'm going to retire in the White House. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. He's got a future in politics.
popcorn? Why, our internet's funniest download, of course. Coming up next, right after this break.
Net Talk Live is made possible by shebang.com, Exodus Communications. Hang tight, we'll be right back.
Here we go again with another Internet's Funniest Download. Watch this. If you have a funny download, send it to us at funny@nettalklive.com and we might just put it on the air.
Welcome back, and remember to go to nettalklive.com for links to all the websites we cover, and while you're there, use our site to send us an email with your questions about the internet. Okay, here's another hot site. This is the place to go for all the best information about moving with helpful tips about settling into a new location, packing up and moving out. Or even if you're just dreaming of a change of scenery, check out virtualrelocation.com. Here's where you'll find the facts you need to take care of all the details. While you're planning a move, use this site as your checklist of all the steps it takes to do it right, with links to online Yellow Pages listings and company websites for real estate agents, moving companies, storage facilities, and what you need to know about transporting any cars you won't be driving. If you're ready to get moved into your new address, you may need some referrals, like to a home buyer's agent or a home builder, and information about the area, like schools or finding a new job there. Even finding all the services you'll need, like utility providers, can be a challenge. It's all here at Virtual Relocation, with tools to analyze living costs, take a virtual tour of our cities, and read their profiles, and get a list of the best 50 cities to live in and compare cities. Then go make your dream come true and go to nettalklive.com for the link to this and other hot sites.
When I move, I do it in a big way, like hundreds of miles. You know, it's like not just a small move. You got to talk about car transport, the whole deal. When Luis moves, on the other hand,
oh, this is about me now.
This guy moves within the same zip code. He moved a block away. He moved across the field from where his house was. I don't know. Go figure.
Well, you know, after I put all my stuff in the boat and went to Florida and then took a mule all the way to Texas, I'm tired of moving long distances. So now I just move.
Okay,
same
granted.
There you go. You like security.
Granted, I didn't lose any of my family members on the boat ride, but that's, you know, that's his deal.
Okay, coming up, we'll answer more of your email and check back in with Georgia at the Main Street Internet Cafe for another hot site here on Net Talk Live. We'll be right back.
Have you voted yet? See the surprising results of this week's web poll question instantly at nettalklive.com.
Take me living, listen to what I say. Well, take me out, leave me here tonight.
Welcome back to Net Talk Live. We're having a great time. Get on the internet and surf along with us. And to find all the answers and great websites, go to nettalklive.com. Okay, here's another question sent to us via email. This is a funny one. It's from Grant Nation of Santa Clara, California. And Grant writes, I'm growing old right here in front of my web browser. I wait and I wait and I wait for pages to load. Did I mention that I'm still waiting? Is it my connection, which is a cable modem, or is it the sites themselves? Thanks. I'll be waiting for your answer. That's a funny letter, but not a very fun problem to have, is it, Luis? What's the answer?
And I'll be waiting to give you my answer. Maybe not. Bad joke. Well, Laura, here's the catch. You might be in a really fast connection to the internet, but that doesn't mean that the person at the other end is hosting a website out of his laptop with a 14.4 modem. So even though you have this really big, massive connection to the internet, you're trying to pull a website that is going through this little bitty connection. I can't give you anything. Little connection. Like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, but since you have a cable modem, you shouldn't have that problem, because a lot of cable providers, what have done is they pull in those websites and they cache them into the computers, so that when people go and get them, instead of having to pull them from the real site, they just pull them from the cache. It's saved somewhere. But if it's one of those, joebobs.com, they might not know about that site, so it might not be cached. So don't think that because you have a really fast connection that every single site on the internet is just going to magically appear on your computer. So,
Well, it is a big problem. What do you think, Dave?
What Luis said was absolutely right. In the old days, the weakest link used to be your modem. You'd use a low-speed connection to dial into your ISP, and then all the servers you went to, whether it be Yahoo or any consumer sites of B2B shopping sites, etc., those were all made via fast connections to the net. But now, the tables have twisted. Now the consumers sometimes can have faster connections via cable modem and DSL, which rival what a business has. If you think about it, the cable modem can receive anywhere from 6 to 10 megabits a second, depending on the load, and an office might be connected with only a 1 megabit connection. So now you've got more bandwidth in the house than some businesses have. Now, that's not to say that you can necessarily put a server up in your house, because the bandwidth through these home high-speed technologies is called asymmetrical, meaning the up speed, or speed which you transmit data out of, is generally at a 1/4 to a 1/16 of the speed that you receive at. So your outbound speeds, if you try and send an attachment, might be around ISDN, 128 kbits per second, but your in-band bandwidth is a ton of bandwidth.
See, Dave, that guy was waiting and waiting and waiting for us to answer the question. Now he's waiting and waiting and waiting for us to be done with the question.
No, this is all valid parts, because
really is.
a lot of people think that if they get a DSL connection to the house or a cable modem, they can start running a server there. Well, first of all, you have to read your rules and regulations, because chances are the providers will not let you do this. It's written very boldly there. And then secondly, if you have a popular site running out of your home, you've got a lot of people that are going to be chugging through a little 128K outbound connection. So now if they have high speed, or even if they have a modem, there's going to be a bottleneck. So there's a whole ratio as to how much bandwidth you have and how many servers you can support simultaneously. And
what he said. That's right.
I have a question for Dave. Well, actually, I'm running out of time, but question is, ideal world, everybody has the same thing, right?
Everybody has fiber to the desktop, baby.
All right, fiber to I like that. Thanks, guys. And now it's time to check in with Georgia. She's at the Main Street Internet Cafe with another hot site for us.
Now, by now I'm a movie buff. I mean, do I ever talk about anything else but movies? Well, I love to watch movies, and if you like to watch movies over the internet, you know that watching an entire movie over the internet is just ain't gonna happen. I mean, it's just the quality isn't there yet. But what is fun to watch over the internet is short films. And I've got a site that has the best short films, and actually the most short films on the entire internet, called AdamFilms.com. And it's got so many wonderful short films. Like Angry Kid is a really, really funny one. But you'll love this site if you love short films. It is just the best in the business, or actually it's the best one on the internet to go to for short films. Have I said enough about short films? Go there and see a short film. AdamFilms.com.
Have you voted yet? See the surprising results of this week's web poll question instantly at nettalklive.com. Net Talk Live for the whole family. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, we're back. And remember to check out hot sites and much more at nettalklive.com. Okay, let's take another call, guys. On the phone, we have Renee in Lawrence, Kansas. Hi, Renee. What's your question?
Hey, guys. I love your show.
Thank you.
Is there any way to record stuff on my computer like I do on my VCR?
Sounds like a question for Gadget Guy, Dave Mathews.
Yeah, well, what I like is these TiVo devices, which are computers in a very consumer-friendly atmosphere. But what you can do is make your PC do this, which is a little more complicated, but definitely feasible. Right now I have an ATI All-in-Wonder card, and this card has several video inputs, S-Video, TV tuner, etc. And you can set this up to be a digital VCR. Now, if you have a large hard drive, you can store the data on your hard drive. The latest versions of these record in real time MPEG-2. And if you've heard me talk before, you know that MPEG-2 is what DVDs use and satellite receivers use. So this can be a full-blown VCR-style recorder You just have to have your computer booted and go through the menus to do it. So it's not as easy as like the TiVo devices are, but certainly feasible, so check it out.
And what was the name of that again?
It's called the All-in-Wonder because it does all this stuff. You can use this to video conference with, you can use this to edit with, you can use it as a VCR, and it's a full 3D and 2D video card as well. So it's a wonder that this thing has all this stuff in it.
All-in-Wonder. Okay,
Ah!
guys, that's it for this week. Remember to visit us at nettalklive.com, and while you're there, send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to take part in this week's web poll. Before we go, I'd like to thank Dave, Luis, Georgia, our fantastic band, Eden Automatic, and all the behind-the-scenes folks who make this show happen. And last but certainly not least, I'd like to thank you for watching. Do us a favor by telling your friends about the show, and be sure you tune in next time. We've had so much fun. Hope you have too. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you.
Listen to Luis and great big jive. Lost in this great is for me. But turn around and everybody say what's wrong. What's wrong? Everybody acts so wild. Raise the head,
Net Talk Live has been made possible by digitalconvergence.com, engineering your digital future. Shebang.com, don't just shop, shebang. Exodus Communications, the Internet Data Center company. Tell all your friends and coworkers about Net Talk Live, and we'll see you again next week. Net Talk Live is a presentation of the Digital Broadcasting and Communications Network and is produced by Infotainment Telepictures.